Hey everybody, it's me, Professor Shante White. This is just a quick video to help you navigate how in my courses we will use Brightspace and Google. So let's get started. Right. So this is one of my spring semester Brightspace courses, but this will be true for all my courses, whether you're in an English 101 class, 94, 97, 102, or literature class. I teach multicultural literature, intro to fiction, and African American lit. No matter what class or particularly what semester, the setup is the same. So I am on the home page for one of my English 101 classes. It always starts with the announcements. Announcements in our class are going to be very important. Each week, you'll have an announcement from me posted here that happens sometime on Tuesday. I know some of you would love for it to be at like 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Sometimes it will be, sometimes it might be 7 p.m. on Tuesday. It will always be on Tuesday. In this announcement section, it'll have a brief overview of what we should do for the week. And most of the time, that overview will be a video like this one that will say, hey, this is what you should be working on. Also, in that announcement will be links to things that you need. So, everything for the week, the first place to start is going to be in the announcement section. Other things that are going to be important in our Brightspace page. I'm clicking on the link at the top that says content. And everybody should start with reading the overview. In that overview, it explains to you that we will use Brightspace limitedly. We use Brightspace in conjunction with Google to be able to perform the things that we need to do in this class. So every Tuesday, again, that announcement pops up, and things that you need to do will occur here in Brightspace. Most of the things that you need to read or our assignments will be listed in our Google Class space. The link to our Google Class space is here in the overview. If you look to the menu list at the left, you'll see there are also other things available to you. The first is the link that says, course information or start here. It will have your calendar. It will have your course guide. It also will have, again, another link to your Google Class space. All of the actual things that you need to access are here. And of course, there's some help materials too. Those help materials are going to be about things of how to use Brightspace, how to use Google, YouTube videos that might be helpful to you. But that is the only thing that we have in the content space, right? Also in Brightspace, each week you'll be responsible for doing a discussion board. So I'm going back to that list at the top of links, and I'm going to drop down the list that says course tools. You'll see one says discussions. Again, each week on Tuesday, a new discussion will become available to you as stated on our calendar. We're going to look at that in just a second, right? In Brightspace, I have ordered them. They're numbered. So your first week is going to be DB for discussion board number 1. There will always be something for you to read or to watch. You'll have to create a new thread in order to see everybody else's. And in order to do that in Brightspace, you always click on the blue link. So here it says DB number 1 in blue. Sometimes it might say week number 1 in blue, depending on what class you're in, but the same concept. When I click it, right? It still has all of the instructions for what you need to read, what you need to watch, what you need to write in your thread. And then you'll press that link that says start a new thread. It tells you what to put in the subject box here, it tells you what to put in the thread box here. And once you have those things in, you'll press post. After you post yours, you'll be able to see the rest of your classmates and respond accordingly. In all of my classes, your discussion board is due by Friday, and then your replies by that following Monday. That's always the same, no matter what the class is. So it'll become available to you on Tuesday. You need to post by Friday and then reply by Monday. If you are in an all online class, I take attendance by the discussion boards. If you have not done the discussion board for that week, then you are not in attendance for that week. This is not true in my face-to-face classes, but it is true in my online classes. So keep that in mind. All right. Primarily, There's only one other thing we're going to use in our Brightspace page. Course tools, assignments. So we're in my 101 class, so these are primarily writing assignments that are posted here. In different classes, they might be different types of assignments. The same thing is always true. The only thing you will submit in Brightspace assignments are final copies, never drafts, never portions of drafts, never just a paragraph, but the final copy that you want to receive your final grade on will be posted here according to what that assignment is in order to receive credit for a final copy. No matter how many drafts that you've done, it has to be submitted in Brightspace. Okay, so I'm going back to that content link. Again, I'm going to hit overview because the next thing I want to look at is our Google Class space. So the first thing that you should have noticed, right, is that in our content space, if you've had Brightspace classes before, there wasn't stuff there, right? Often Brightspace pages are set up like that. Mine are not, which is why we have our Google Class space. You'll see here, and again, this is our 101 space here, that you have your course guide and your calendar, in case you need to come back to that. And then we have a folder here that says assignments and examples. All of your assignments are listed here, and there's a folder for examples for what other students have done in regards to accomplishing those assignments so that you can read them and work. Depending on the class, you may also have what is called a Google Writing folder. And so we'll take a look at how that works as well. All right, so this is one of my English 95 classes. You'll see that it has a folder here that says student writing folders, right? The only one I have in for purposes of this is my own folder. So you'd find your name, and then you'll have space and documents here that you can write in. That is pretty much the way all of my classes work, right? So Brightspace, again, is going to be for discussions. It's going to be for turning in final copies of assignments, and we're going to use the announcement feature. But all of our materials, readings, videos, assignments, examples, and even in some cases where we're drafting will take place in Google. So just wanted to make that clear for you moving forward. Of course, if you have any questions, go ahead and email me, and looking forward to working with you.